How you doing, everybody? My name is Brandon Dudechair Craven, and welcome to another edition of my top 5 favorite moments from Monday Night Raw. This time it is for July 1st, 2019. I honestly cannot believe that I'm actually saying July 1st, 2019. This year has completely flown by. But without further ado, let's go ahead and get into this week's top 5 moments. It was a great show. I'll talk more about it here in just a minute. And remember, all of these moments are picked by me. They are my opinion and my opinion only. If you don't like these top 5 moments, let me know your top 5 moments. Or even if you do like them, still let me know your top 5 moments in the comments below. And also let me know about this new setup I've got going on with the lights off and the new microphone and all that. So let me know what you think about all this. Let me know if you like the changes. If you don't like the changes, if you want me to go back to the way things were, I can. So anyway, guys, let's go ahead and get into this week's top 5 moments, starting with number 5. Number 5 for this week, Braun Strowman versus Bobby Lashley. This was a fantastic way to open the show, and if you don't already know, Paul Heyman and Eric Bischoff are both executive, I believe it's directors of Raw and SmackDown. They're behind the scenes mostly. I think that's going to change. I'm not sure. Kind of hope it doesn't. But they are directors of both Raw and SmackDown. And you could really tell from this week's Raw that it was a different kind of show, had more of an edge to it. But this match was a great way to open Raw. It was just fantastic, and the way it ended was great. And soundbite of the night has got to go to Corey Graves. I'm not gonna repeat what he said because I can't, because this is a family show, but it's all over YouTube, and it was not PG at all. But it was great, and I thought it was fantastic, and I thought the whole match was just great and well done from beginning to end. So it was very, very well done. 3, 2, 1. Number 4 this week, The New Day versus the Viking Raiders and Samoa Joe. Great match. I thought it progressed the story very, very nicely, and I thought it was just overall well done. The after match attack by Samoa Joe and the Viking Raiders have cemented them as a heel, which I don't necessarily agree with. I like them as favorites because the fans really seem to like the Viking Raiders. So it's really weird to see them as heels, but they can work as heels. So it'll be interesting to see where it goes from here. And the New Day just constantly deliver. I'm interested to see where all that goes. I've heard some things behind the scenes about how that could go. So we'll see how all that progresses. But I really like where this Samoa Joe versus Kofi Kingston deal is going. So we'll see what happens here in a couple weeks. My number 3 this week, The Undertaker. It's always great when he appears. It's not higher on the list because they had some other great moments that happened, but this was really cool. This was really cool. It's always cool to see Undertaker appear, and the pyro that they had for him with the lightning hitting the turnbuckles. I'm not sure if that was strictly like CG or, because they have a strict policy on the pyro stuff. Um, with the big pyro like that. So it was interesting to see, but it was still great to see the Undertaker. I think his match at Extreme Rules with Roman and Drew and Shane is going to be good. So we'll see what happens there. My number 2 this week, the new debuts that happened this week on Monday Night Raw. The newest debuts were Maria and Mike Canales, which they were on Raw before, but they've been on 205 Live predominantly, and now they're back on Raw, it seems like. I didn't like the turn they did with them. That was just really weird. Um, but I did enjoy seeing the Street Profits on Raw too. So that was really cool to see them. Um, so it'll be interesting to see what they do with them on Raw, considering they are the NXT Tag Team Champions. So it'll be really interesting to see, and I can't wait to see where both of those go, even though the Mike Kanellis thing is kind of weird. So, anyways, moving on. And my number 1 pick for this week, AJ Styles versus Ricochet, part 2 with the club reunion. They finally pulled the trigger, so to speak, and that's all pun intended. They pulled the trigger on the club being reunited. AJ Styles did turn heel at the end of the match. It was a fantastic match with first AJ winning the title, the United States title, but Ricochet's foot was under the rope, so they reversed the decision, restarted the match, and Ricochet ended up rolling him up for the pin and getting the win, after which AJ shook his hand, and it all just kind of played out with Carl Anderson and Luke Gallows ringside, and the whole beat up John Cena thing kind of came to mind with this, where they were all just kind of in the ring together, and AJ turned on Ricochet and they all beat him up. So it kind of happened like that. And an insane spot at the end with AJ hitting a middle rope uh, Styles Clash on Ricochet. That was insane. That was really cool. I enjoyed that. But it's just really great to see the club back together, and it is missing one person. Finn Balor. Finn Balor. Sorry, had something in my throat. Anyways, it's great to see the club, and hopefully there will be another member, hopefully joining soon. We'll see what happens. It'd be really cool if it happens. Anyways, let's move on to my pros and cons for this week. My pro for this week was that it was a fantastic show from beginning to end. It was all just fantastic. It was wonderfully done. Kudos to Paul Heyman. If he does have full reign of the show, kudos to him for putting on an absolutely fantastic show from beginning to end. There were a couple low spots. I'm not gonna lie, it wasn't perfect, but overall, it was just fantastically done from beginning to end, and I can't wait to see what else he's got planned. I can't wait to see what Eric Bischoff has planned for tomorrow night SmackDown. So that's going to be interesting too. So we'll see what happens, and let's move forward with it. I like where it's going. My con for this week is Mike Kanellis. It was just weird, man. It was just awkward. So weird. Ugh, it was just weird. Just really weird. I'm not going to repeat anything that was said, but go look it up on YouTube. It was all just weird. Weird. Now let's take a look at some honorable mentions for this week. My first honorable mention for this week goes to my man Corey Graves. That was the best reaction to the Braun Strowman and Bobby Lashley match at the end when it happened. I'm not going to post any. Well, they both went through the stage, through the big Tron at the top of the stage, and pyro went off, electricity went out, and Corey Graves said something not so PG. But I think that's what they were going for because they didn't bleep it. So I think that's what they were going for. Either that or the announcers had no idea what was coming, and that was just a natural reaction, and the censor just didn't pick it up in time. But it was interesting. Like I said, go look it up on YouTube. It's all over YouTube. I ain't going to repeat it, but it was great. My other honorable mention for this week, honestly, and to top that off, to piggyback off of what I just said, that's the type of stuff we've been wanting to see from Braun Strowman and Bobby Lashley. Not a freaking tug of war. That's the kind of matches we've been wanting to see. That's the kind of stuff we want to see because those two could completely tear a house down. Not in a tug of war. Come on. But hopefully that kind of stuff continues with them. I mean, obviously they're probably both really hurt right now, but hopefully that kind of stuff continues. The edgy stuff, the in-your-face stuff, the stuff that just that makes you want to watch every week, not tug of wars. Tug of wars don't make me want to watch every week. When that kind of stuff comes up, it just kills me inside. It just absolutely kills me inside because that's not the product I remember when I was a kid. This is the kind of stuff I remember. This is the kind of stuff that got me interested in wrestling. This is the kind of stuff that made me want to watch every week because it kept me on the edge of my freaking seat. So keep that up and let's move forward with the show. But anyway, guys, that is going to do it for my top 5 favorite moments for Monday Night Raw for this week. Stick around. Coming up tomorrow morning will be my top 5 moments from SmackDown Live. I am going to start posting these in the morning, early in the morning, so I hope you guys are okay with that. If not, let me know and I'll change the times up because I know that is really early in the morning for some of you guys. I know it's early for me because I'm on Central Time, and it's like 7 a.m. in the morning here. So let me know if it's early for you guys. If you don't like that time, let me know and I'll change it. But anyway, guys, that is going to do it for my top 5 moments for this week. My name is Brandon Dudechair Craven. You know who I am, guys. Thank y'all so much for watching. And until next time, God bless you. I'm down for the 3 count. 1, 2, 3. See you next time, everybody, right here on the Rolling Wrestling Review YouTube channel.